Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. I haven't been around for a while, but I'm very excited about Roxy's new project for volume 9. So I thought I'd do some filming about my process for this. The books I will be using as inspiration are my own books as well as sewing. I do a bit of writing and I've been wanting to do some sort of a project to do with an altered book just to feature my own books. So I thought this was the perfect project. So this first one I'm doing will be for my Steamy Regency series. So if you're a Bridgerton fan, that's the sort of books I'm writing. So I'm featuring that series in this project. And I found a little book, you can see by the size there. I found an old book, which I love finding at secondhand bookshops or op shops, and I've taken the pages out. I tried to keep the spine with the threads on it, but that didn't work out, so I'll just have to go without that. I do usually like to keep that bit of the spine in, but wasn't to be with this one. So I've just roughly pinned my cover and sewn down the front of my cover and over to the back, because I like to have my cover first, so it sort of gives me inspiration for the inside. I've realised I am going to have to sew down or glue down the front bit in order to do my first page, but I'm going to have to leave it here because I'm going to have to sew my signatures in, so the back will have to stay loose until I'm done. So my first page will link over to the cover and will attach to the cover. So I've just cut a doily in half and I've already sewn that down. And then that will attach to the inside. And just today I was looking at some fabric and thinking, yes, this is what I'm doing, but I've realised that I think I would like to line the inside of the page or the inside of the cover with this fabric, because to me it gives a bit of that Regency sort of feel to it with the silky fabric, so I might do that there. So I just come to that conclusion and then I realised I might actually want to use a little piece of it in this corner, but I've already sewn this doily down, so I might have to do some rethinking, because this actually fits with the cover of the books, which I'll be putting into my little book. I have printed this on fabric. This is printed on fabric, so I'll peel off the backing and I'll be able to sew that down. But just looking at this rose, that colour works really perfectly, so I might have to unpick my sewing and do a bit more there and line the inside of this cover. So I'll have to get all this attached, probably glue that down, attach that. This is the thinking at the moment. And this was a piece that came in a collection of stuff I bought, and it's pretty glitzy, and I thought, oh, I'm not a glitzy person, I don't know if I'll use it, but I think it sort of suits, again, the Regency mood, so that might be how that page will go. Perhaps with a bit of embroidery in the browns or whatever. I do tend to keep to a minimalist style, so I'm not quite sure what'll happen there, but that's the start of it. And I'll have 2 signatures. There's 4 books or 3 books in the series and a prequel, which is like the story before the story. So that's the cover for the prequel. And then the first signature will, on the inside, be 2 pages, which I'll have to join together, will be for book 1, which is this one here. So I'll cut that out. That's again on fabric, cut that down, and I'll have use some lovely mauves and pinks on that page. That's the plan. My projects quite often don't run to the plan, but I just wanted to do something to get started, to show you where I'm up to, show you what I'm doing, and perhaps you'll come back and see where this goes. So thanks for coming back. I haven't been around for a while, but if you've come back to me, lovely to see you again. If you're new to me, welcome, and I look forward to sharing Roxy's project number 9 with you, and I'll see you next time.